area. The heaviest of the rain has moved off to the east, and our threat for any storms has also moved to the south and the east. So we have canceled the weather impact alert for the rest of the evening hours. We're still dealing with some rain around, and some of that rain can be heavy at times, but that heavier rain is just really spotty out there. Not a lot of that out there. So we're allowing that weather impact alert to expire. We ended it at 8 o'clock tonight, but we're still watching some of that rain tonight, but we don't expect anything to be severe, and we don't expect any of this additional rain coming through tonight to cause any additional flooding issues. So far today in Atlanta, we have picked up about 1.15 inches of rain, and we're going to see a little bit more before it's all said and done. But by tomorrow morning, the rain is going to be ending, and then we see other big-time changes that will be moving our way. Take a look at radar right now. You can see these areas of rain that we're watching at this hour, and this is our live mode right now, where you can see we've got a pretty good coverage of this rain that is over us right now. And let me zoom in a little bit tighter here to the Atlanta area. We just had this cell right here that moved over the station. I know that doesn't look that impressive here, but it was a good downpour here at the station just a few minutes ago, but it's already moved away. So we just have this cluster moving up 85, now probably most likely closer to Claremont Road, the Shallowford Road exit there, getting closer to the Chamblee-Tucker exit, and Spaghetti Junction is right here. That's moving up toward the north and east. And as you can see, a lot of green all around, indicating some light rain, but occasionally we'll have some of these pockets of heavier rain too. There's another one of those right here on the north end of the perimeter, right around Sandy Springs, where we see those showers that are moving through there right now. I'm going to change my tower cam, and I'm going to show you guys in just a minute to the Northside Hospital tower cam. I wanted to do that really quick while I'm focusing on that area of rain that we're watching there in Sandy Springs and moving up toward the Roswell area too. Again, another one of those pockets. There are more up around Canton. If you look up in northwest Georgia, you'll notice from Ellijay to Rome, right here with that little bit, this is the actual rain just ahead of the cold front that is going to be moving through our area tonight. So everything that we saw earlier today with that heavier rain over metro Atlanta and over a big part of North Georgia that's now pushing to the east, that wasn't an association with the front. That was still well ahead of the front. But it's these showers now that you see in northwest Georgia. Those are the ones that are riding along with that front that is continuing to move on into our area. In fact, I'll attempt to draw this on here for you. The cold front pretty much just moving. I'm sorry, that's kind of a wavy line. I did that pretty quickly there. But that is the cold front that is pushing down to the south. Let me try that again for you one more time just to get that a little bit straighter here, where again, we're watching right there, pretty much maybe a little bit behind there, but that's where we're watching that front. Behind that front, that's where we have the much colder air that is going to be moving into our area. The winds are really going to start kicking up as well here behind that front, and we're going to see temperatures falling during the overnight hours. We'll drop down into the 40s by morning and then pretty much holding in the 40s all afternoon here during the day tomorrow. As we widen out, let me show you this in motion. And here over to the east, that was that main rain shield, the heavier rain that came in earlier today that was really covering us up for a big part of the afternoon hours. Had a little thunder and lightning with it. We were monitoring it for that potential that a couple of those showers could turn strong. We never had anything severe out of that system today here in the metro Atlanta area or even in North Georgia. That has all moved over to the east of us, but now back behind this, as we were telling you tonight at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock, that we were still going to be seeing some scattered showers here through the evening hours ahead of that front as more of this moisture was feeding in from Alabama. And that's exactly what we have going on right now. So we're still going to see a soggy rest of the evening hours tonight, and overnight still some of those lingering showers around, but then things will be improving as we go through the early morning hours tomorrow. Again, you can see some of those cells that we're developing here as we see this in motion. There's another one down here here in Henry County near McDonough that just has some of those pockets of heavy rain. That's the one that we showed you around Spaghetti Junction. Here's the one that is in North Fulton County. Another one up to the north in parts of areas of Bartow County as well, as that all moves on up toward the north here. Actually leaving Bartow into Cherokee County is where that heavier rain is located right now. And then there's that action up in North Georgia, up around Rome, with some of those pockets of heavier rain. And then on the south side, still a good coverage of that rain around right now, even down to the south in parts of Pike County, here near Concord, coming out of northern Upson, southern Meriwether County, additional cells there with some of those heavier rain showers. We're not seeing any lightning with this, no instability, no shear with it. These are just good old downpours that are moving in, and we're not really overly concerned about a severe weather threat here for our area tonight. You can see back in northern Alabama, the rain has ended, and that is behind the front. And we're going to watch those temperatures that will be cooling there. We're also keeping an eye on South Georgia. It's these areas coming out of Alabama. This is where we see some thunder and lightning in South Alabama. That is going to move into southwest Georgia. So really any threat for stronger storms during the nighttime hours tonight will mainly be down to the south. Parts of central Georgia potentially seeing that, but I really think most of that will stay well to the south of the Macon area. Here's a live look. This is the camera that I was changing this to just a moment ago. Live look here at our tower cam at 285 and Georgia 400, looking northward toward the King and Queen building. And I know it's hard to see. It is dark out there, but the clouds are a little bit low. We do have that rain coming down there at the distance. With those showers that are moving through. I want to show you Rome really quick as well, because that's where I was showing you there in northwest Georgia as that front was moving through. Additional bands that are moving through. We don't see a lot of wind there on the flagpole. Of course, the roads are wet from all the rain that we've been dealing with, and there is some additional rain coming down as well. And over in Athens right now, in East Georgia, that's where we are continuing to see more of those showers to the east of us right now. The raindrops are on the lens. All the roads are wet right there at the main entrance there to the arch at the University of Georgia, there at the downtown area too. And I'll show you one more down in Noonan, where we have been dealing with a few showers. Things are still wet down in the Noonan area right now with that low cloud cover that we have around in those spots as well. Here in town, we just had the showers, that heavy little band that moved through. You can see the raindrops on the lens here at the Georgia Tech camera. Looking over toward the east at some of the downtown and midtown buildings here, where, of course, it is wet. The roads are wet. And it's just a soggy night out there, but things will finally be improving during the day tomorrow. Also, still raining at the airport too. We've been watching this all day long, even with the rain that we've been dealing with today and some of the lower visibility. We haven't really had any major weather delays. Right now, it's still showing no weather delays here. Now, again, there may be some individual flights that are delayed, so always check ahead before you go to the airport, but we don't have any widespread weather delays or any ground stops or anything going on right now. So I mentioned that the weather impact alert ended at 8 o'clock. Again, even though we still have some rain around out there, we're just not worried about any high impact events. No severe weather moving in. The winds with this rain haven't really been that bad. The wind will be kicking up tonight, not because of thunderstorms later, but behind the front overnight and during the day tomorrow, the wind is going to start kicking back up. So our focus now is shifting from the rain and the potential for storms, which are now south and east of the city, to now the cold air that is moving in too. Let me show you one other thing here. Before I get to that, I kind of put these in a different order here. This is that change in the severe weather risk. If you'll recall, earlier today, the green color, the level 1 risk, did extend north of Atlanta. And then we had the yellow color, which was the level 2 of 5 risk. That was over areas of eastern Alabama and into west central Georgia. And it did include some south metro counties like southern parts of Coweta County, parts of Henry County, as well as parts of Carroll County. Those areas to the south, that is where we had that level 2 of 5 risk. Well, that never really materialized today. We thought that that outlook was a little overbearing there, and we didn't totally go with it. But we were telling you at 5, 6 o'clock tonight that we thought that should be moved down, and that Storm Prediction Center did actually take away the code or the level 2 of 5 risk, but we still have the level 1 risk, but that has shifted well to the east and well to the south right now as we watch this front that's going to be moving in tonight, and we have pretty much gone away with any severe weather threats here for our area. Here is a look now at what we're watching with, again, that shift now from being alerted by any storms is we now have to watch this colder air that's going to be moving in tonight. So really all day tomorrow, you are going to be experiencing that colder air in place. The front is going to sweep through during the nighttime hours tonight. As it does, we'll still have a couple of showers really early in the morning, mainly over to the east of us as everything moves out. But then the wind is going to shift coming out of the north and west. As it does, it's going to be ushering in that colder air. We're talking about temperatures tomorrow around 20 degrees colder than we had out there for today. We'll be holding in the 40s pretty much all day long tomorrow. Right now, we're at 64 here, still very mild air. Temperatures pretty uniform all around North Georgia. We have generally mid-60s, some lower 60s though up in Canton and Gainesville, and then you see the mid and upper 50s up in far North Georgia. For the rest of the nighttime hours, we have that rain chance overnight tonight sticking with us, and then ending, see how it goes down from 50% at 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock at 40%, then no rain chances once we get to the 8, 9, 10 o'clock hour here, as all that rain is going to be moving away. But look at the temperatures going from the mid-60s now to the 50s at 4 a.m., 40s at 8 a.m. Those temperatures will be falling pretty quickly, and then 43 at 10 o'clock. Even with that sunshine, we're not going to warm up into the 50s again in the afternoon tomorrow. We're going to be holding in the 40s just about all day long. Here's a look at those wind gusts. This is at 6:30 here on your Wednesday morning. The winds are going to be gusting to around 27 miles an hour in the early morning hours, maybe even 31 mile an hour winds in Canton. And it's going to be really gusty through the afternoon. Look at all of that red. That's indicating where we could see wind gusts at 30 to 35 miles an hour. This is at lunchtime tomorrow. So just be aware of the very blustery conditions that we'll be dealing with here tomorrow. And that's going to be ushering in that colder air. Once we get to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, still some breezes, but just not as blustery as it was earlier. We're talking wind gusts, maybe 25 miles an hour then. And then Thursday morning, wind gusts around 15 miles an hour. So it's going to be much lower once we get to Thursday morning. So here's the progression of that rain and the front that's moving through. Remember, we have some of the showers around here. There's the front in northwest Georgia now. That's going to push through overnight. As it does, we're still going to have some showers here during the evening or during the overnight hours. This is at 2:33 in the morning, still dealing with some of the rain. Here we go. By 7 o'clock, the back edge of that rain shifting over to the east of us. We'll see the rain ending there. I also want you to see this. The model's indicating maybe a couple of snow flurries and some of that moisture left behind as the cold air comes in, maybe shaking out of that. Ground is still too warm for anything to stick, but just don't be surprised in parts of far north Georgia if there are a couple of flurries around. And then watch how things clear out pretty quickly. This is at noontime on Wednesday, where we see the clouds that are breaking up a lot more. You see those arrows coming out of the north and west with that wind that'll be whipping up out there. And then plenty of sunshine for the rest of the afternoon, but that sun will not warm things up much at all. We're going to be holding in the 40s pretty much all day long. By Thursday morning, waking up to temperatures just at or below freezing at about 31 degrees to start the day. In the afternoon Thursday, still upper 40s to maybe the lower 50s in some spots. Another chilly start on Friday, maybe not as cold, around 34. But then clouds start building in here on Friday. Not worried about any rain pushing in, but just additional cloud cover moving in as the wind is going to shift coming out of the north and east. We may see a little bit of a wedge developing there, and that'll give us a few more clouds here during the day on Saturday as well. So here comes that cold air. That milder air is going to be pushed down to the south of us. The cold air moves in. It'll stick with us for the next couple of days here before we gradually, not really warm up a lot into the weekend, but just moving back up to those temperatures there in the mid and upper 50s for the rest of the weekend. So here's how it all times out in your 7-day outlook. We've got that rain ending early tomorrow morning, and then colder air coming in with highs in the 40s, temperatures in the 40s all day long. Around freezing Thursday morning with a high struggling to get to 50. A little above freezing Friday at 34 with a high in the lower 50s. Lower 50s again Saturday with more clouds around. A low rain chance here on Sunday, just a few scattered showers there. Ending by Monday, drying out Monday and Tuesday with high temperatures moving up to near 60 degrees. Stay with us, more to come on 11 Alive Plus and 11 Alive News.